Hi everybody in YouTube world. It's your Tarot Queen, your Mouth of the South. I wanted to concentrate a little bit on, just being positive and sending out positive vibes and focusing on the positive. I have really been triggered with the latest current events with what we have in the White House and that administration and the negative surroundings of it. And I feel like I'm giving him way too much of my energy. So I would rather give my energy to the people out there who are trying to make the best of their lives that they can make. And so therefore my energy is going to go out to them and to my husband. I'm going to be doing a little manifestation experiment with him. He's agreed to do it. He pinky sweared, so I guess he'll try. That's all we can do. It's not going to hurt anybody. If anything, it'll help us, right? So today I just want to read on positive stuff. And I'm using what I consider the goddess deck. It's not the goddess deck, it is the witch's deck. But anyway, I think that there are positive things. I think witches got a bad name. Only because they were trying to help. I mean, I guess some were bad, but who knows? I wasn't there. I was at the protest though, and that was a lot of fun. And I was very proud of my community for stepping up and showing up and being loud and proud. I was very proud of them for that. So I'm just going to do a generalization reading on how we can focus more on the positive and less on energy on the White House or that administration, and be more about us. More about bringing the good to us and making do, not necessarily do, but bringing more good to us and more good to our community and more help for everyone. Like, I got my little harmony stone out here. It's actually opalite. It's a man-made stone, but I've really been feeling a lot of harmony's energy lately. And I was watching the Tarot Twins, and he mentioned the Harmony once, and then there towards the end he mentioned her name a lot, and it just brought me to her and her kindness. She had what we call now it's called Harmony's Hope Closet, but it used to be a hope closet where you could donate your things that you didn't need. And if somebody's house burnt down or somebody had a flood or something and they've lost everything or tornado, they could go in there and just get what they needed for free. It didn't cost them anything, and she would just open it up and let them get what they needed: pots, pans, shoes, blankets, sheets, undies, whatever they needed. And she always made sure it was nice and neat and stacked and categorized. And so she was just an amazing young lady who was taken away from us a little bit too soon, but she still hangs out and talks to more than just me, I'm sure. But anyway, I'm off that side, and I'm going to shuffle these cards and see how we as a community can our energy on making the future brighter. And I know, June says we all get out there and we protest and we stand up for what is right and what is humane instead of the craziness that goes on. Oh, there's a bug that landed right on my glasses. Do you see that? I guess he had a message for me. I don't believe in coincidences, so I think everything happens for a reason. So I'm going to go ahead and shuffle these cards and see if we can't make heads or tails out of what's going on in the community around us, and just see how we can be better folks. Oh, these look like they're all straight up. That's pretty cool. That doesn't happen often. With me, I usually get 4 or 5 reverse ones. So, and sometimes reverse is good. Okay. How can we focus, universe, on ourselves? And if this hits you, it's awesome that it hits you, and I hope it rings true, and I hope that you can practice what the cards are trying to tell us all. Every one of us, every single soul on this planet. Let's see what the cards are trying to say. Shall we? We try and see if that's it or not. Oh, that's it. All right. All right. Right off the bat, we got the Tower. Major Arcana. If there is a worse card in the deck, this is it. You know, and I know we're all at the end of our rope. We're all tired of the rhetoric that is going on in the United States. I know that we're all tired of it. And it's time for us to release some of that. Just let it go. I mean, we can't change other people. The only people we can change is us. And we can do what we feel like is right. And this says, you know, we can't fix that. That's damaged goods. And it's time to put that aside and say, you know what, you do you, I'm going to do me, and I'm going to be positive about it. I am going to manifest you walking right out the door and saying sayonara to the White House. That's what I'm going to do. Like, I'm going to picture it every day until it happens. So we have had a lot of chaos, and we have had a lot of strife, and we have had a lot of difficulty getting our earned money if we're retired, finding jobs that are paying enough to make ends meet, finding ways to pay our taxes. You know, we, the people, are strong, and united, we're even stronger. So therefore, I like that. Now, this is the Ace of Wands. Now, it is reverse. And this talks about bringing old ideals or old ways back into the future. But we've already fought this fight. We've already fought it, and we won it, and we will win it again. So don't give up hope on yourself by being positive, and send positive energy to all of your neighbors, all of them. The ones that protest, the ones that don't, the ones that are kind of shy and don't want to get out there, or don't want to put their name out there, their name to something. It's okay. It's okay. We got you too. We got you too. So it's okay. The next one is the Four of Pentacles, minor. Now this one is talking about us not telling everything we know. We don't have to tell everything we know. If we're being asked a question that we don't want to answer, we just need to smile and say, why do you want to know? And if their reason isn't good enough, then we don't have to answer that. And you know, you have to realize that you own yourself. Nobody owns you but you. Nobody gets to make your decisions for you but you. And you don't have to tell everybody everything you know. You don't. And the next one is a 5. Well, I guess they're all reversed. I thought they were straight up. I picked them up reverse, I guess. We don't have to fight every battle. You know, sometimes we get tired of fighting battles. And sometimes some of them aren't worth fighting. And some of them are. A lot of them are, especially with our system or our government being the way it is. Now, this one is worth fighting. And it's worth fighting for all of us, not just for one or two people. Whether you're a Republican, Democrat, Independent, none of the above, it doesn't matter. You're human. You're a human being. You're actually a soul living in a human body. And right now, we all need to stick together. And if you can't fight it, let somebody else fight it. If they can't fight it, you fight it. But pick the ones you can fight. The ones you're physically, mentally prepared to fight. You don't have to fight them all. Also a major arcana, again, reverse. This one is, this tells me that our relationship with our system, or what used to be democracy, is broken, and it needs to be repaired. And not all of us can do it. Some people in the government needs to stand up now. The people have spoken. If you were out there protesting, hats off to you. Thank you. If you couldn't, but were there in spirit, thank you as well. Sending us all positive, peaceful vibes, because the person that's in the White House was preoccupied with his birthday, so that was a good thing. And so he's now backing off of his ICE raids, I guess, which is good. He is listening, or somebody is listening and putting a finger in his ear and saying, hey, we got to stop. So that's a good thing. Our system is broken, and we as a community need to try to help each other to fix it. And we do that by being positive and standing up for one another. Not necessarily standing your ground. Be flexible. You know, I know sometimes that's hard to do, hard to hear somebody else's point of view, but it's okay to be flexible. It's okay to listen. It's okay to say, okay, help me to understand why you believe this individual. You know, help me to understand why you believe the way you believe. And I will try to explain to you why I believe the way I believe, with a peaceful, non-confrontational expression, if we can. all this emotional seesaw we're on, up, down, up, down, up, down. We know who our enemies are. We know who they are. And I think they know who they are too. But we know who they are. And it's time for us. And it doesn't have to be a physical person either. It can be an enemy that either you smoke too much, you drink too much, you cuss too much, whatever it is. That is a vice for you. If you're doing in excess, everything is wonderful in moderation, right? So if you do too much of it, you know, it kind of can trigger you, or if you're watching too much news and that triggers you into this downward spiral, it makes you feel very depressed or very sad, or feeling like you just want to give up. I'm throwing in the towel. I can't do this anymore. This is just ridiculous. And that could be even a math problem. You know, sometimes it's okay to put something aside and walk away for a little while and revisit it later. I do it all the time. I do it all the time. And, you know, it can be tiring and it can be depressing. So try not to allow that type of energy to sink into your pores. Allow the positive. Try to turn those negatives into a positive. Okay, I'm addicted to Sunkist. We all know this. However, I like it. It brings me joy. So I'm going to drink it. That and beer. Me and Gary and the beer. But, and Kevin. Kevin used to drink a lot of beer. Not anymore, because I won't give it to him. But anyway, we all need to have our relaxing points, our relaxing time. And we all need to give each other that grace that, okay, they must need a break from us, from whatever is going on in their life or the news or the whatever it could be. So try to turn those negatives into a positive. Like it did rain and thunder. They didn't get to have the flyovers on the parade, which, I was turning that into a positive right there. I was like, okay, they didn't get everything they wanted. And you know what? It was a humiliating display that most of the American public decided to protest, which I think our voices were heard loud, and we made that negativity into a positive. And I think we did it peacefully. So hats off to all of us who protested both physically and spiritually. And now we have the Page of Pentacles, and this is like a Capricorn type of person. It's a younger Capricorn, so they're just learning to kind of listen to their own intuition and not follow suit or follow a pattern or a person, or hey, I'm gonna tag along, I'm just gonna do what you say. No, they're learning that they have a voice and they have an opinion and they're entitled to it, and they're entitled to their vices too, just so long as the vices don't kill them in the process. That's how I get my fluid intake. Plus, you can use your pendulum to turn the negative properties of whatever into a positive, right? Or into positive energy. So, or properties, whatever. And we are not trapped. We are not trapped into one singular way of thinking or one singular way of doing things. We are individuals who live here, all of us on this planet. And it's time for us to start realizing we're not trapped into doing anything. Yes, we do have to pay our taxes. Yes, there are things that we have to do, but that helps everybody, not just one person, or shouldn't help just one person. Of course, we're not going to go there. No, it helps all when we pay our taxes and we pay our fair share. And everybody should be doing that. Because if everybody did, we would be an amazing, amazing society. We do have to find our balance of what we have, what we want, what we need. And that's where it brings me into manifestation. But that's a whole nother episode of Junior Tarot Queen. But we do have to find our balance. We have to find our balance of rest, our balance of activity, our balance of vices versus non-vices. We have to find our balance there. Everything in too much is too much, but everything in moderation is good. So find your balance there. With your creativity, with your money, with your vices, find your creativity. Find your balance. Find it. You got it. I have faith. And again, a major arcana. Nobody is super good at multitasking. You should have saw me trying to put up trying to put makeup on and doing the new laptop I just got. So yeah, nobody's good at multitasking. It's a wonder I don't have like mascara all over my face or something instead of blush or whatever. Anyway, or lipstick, whatever. It's probably all over my teeth. No, it's not. But anyways, that's a message for today, is trying to turn negativities into a positive. Or positivities, negativities into positivities. So I really think that we can do this as a community, as people, as souls living in bodies, that we can turn anything we want into reality for ourselves and for our communities if we're positive. Please be positive. So with that being said, please like and subscribe to my channel. I hope you like what I say. It helps me so much, guys. It really does. Plus, once we reach 2,500, we'll be giving away the magnificent quilt back here, made by Eleanor. It's so soft and so warm. It's wrapped around Judy too and my macrame stand. But anyway, it's still here. So we got to reach that 2,500. And if you like my videos, please give me a thumbs up. Write a comment so I know you've subscribed. And also share. Why not? What's the point of doing this if you don't share it, right? What's the point in getting the message out there if you don't share it? So with all that being said, guys, stay mystical.